Hi, welcome to Driver Training Limited. My name's Chris. We've been audit registered trainers for 20 years. And today we're going to answer the question, are the lesson plan briefing folders client-centered? And the answer to that is yes. You couldn't get anything that is more client-centered than a lesson plan briefing folder. Why? Well, to be client-centered starts with you. You have to know the subject. You have to be able to break it down into bite-sized pieces. You have to be able to explain it. Then you have to be able to find out why your pupil didn't do something. And then you have to be able to fix it specifically for that pupil. And that's where these folders come in. So first of all, we'll go through it and help you understand. First of all, we have recap and experience. Now this, when you're first getting to know the subject, is finding out what your pupil knows about the subject. Have you ever done emerging before? No, never. Have you ever done emerging before? Yeah, I've done it a few times. Have you ever done emerging before? Yeah, I failed my driving test on it. So that you know where that person's lesson is going to start. It's client-centered. But recap also includes how their week has been when they first get in the car. How has it been since our last lesson? Yeah, not too bad. Is there anything that's worrying you today? Well, I haven't had a good night. The baby didn't get to sleep till 6. I fell asleep at 6:30, and now here we are at 9 o'clock having a driving lesson. We know where to start that lesson. Should we do something easier then? Or should we just focus on one part of this topic today and forget everything else till we're feeling, a bit more in the mood to be doing it? It's client-centered. How much more client-centered do you want to be than that? Then the goals. So to begin with, when you go through the goals, you'll pretty much list everything. We're going to be able to identify a junction with a major road, apply the MSP SGL routine, emerge left and right from a minor onto a major road. But when it comes to doing it with your pupils, you as the teacher should now know what's the goal we need to work on. And Chris, we keep coming up really quick to junctions. Can I ask you, do you know how to identify them? No. Do you know about open or closed junctions? No. Mum and Dad have never mentioned that when I've been having lessons with them. So we're able to be client-centered and find out what the pupil knows, what the pupil doesn't, and then build the lesson around them. Can you see how easy doing client-centered learning is? So when you see these trainers online saying, join our Zoom, 40 of you for 30 quid a time, they don't need that. They just need you to understand the subject. And the more you understand the subject, the easier it is to become client-centered. So once we've identified that goal, then how do we do it? Well, this runs down, this bit here talks you through it as the instructor, as the teacher. So the first thing we need to do is identify the junction, and we do that by road signs. Do you know what sign we should see? Oh, give way. Road markings, double broken white line, or the road layout. You see, with some junctions, Chris, you have unmarked junctions, or the road markings are faded. So how do we know there's a junction coming up? Through the road layout. So on a normal left turn, Chris, when you've done left turns, what happens with the road that we're on? Oh, it carries on past it. Yeah. Now, if you look at the end of the road, does this road carry on? No. What do we have? Oh, we've got hedges and bushes. We've got a car park over the other side. Yeah. So even if we don't see a give way line and we can't see a giveaway sign or the upside down triangle on the road. What do we know is coming up? A junction. Why? Because of the road marking, the road layout. Very good. But then we need to think, is it an open or a closed junction? So this is the second part here. Yeah. Are there 3 B's and a V? Buildings, bushes, brickwork or vehicles? Anything that blocks our view of the vehicles coming up. And this is then where we can go down to our open and closed junction, or turn over the page to our open and closed junction. So here, Chris, an open junction is one with no buildings, bushes and brickwork. So from back here, you can see the car coming. You think, once the car's gone, I can go. A closed junction is like this one here. So from back here, it seems clear. As you get closer, still seems clear. And it's only once you're at the line that you can see 2 parked vehicles and a lorry on the wrong side of the road. So as we look ahead to our junction, Chris, would we say that's open or closed? So can you see now you're just doing that as client-centered becomes questions. So can we remember, how do we identify that there's a junction coming up, Chris? Oh, I don't know. Great, fill in the blanks. How do we know there's a junction? Road markings, road signs. What road sign would you expect to see, Chris? Oh, don't know. What road markings? But what was the third way? Can you remember? You are right. There was road signs. There were road markings. What was the third way? Oh, yeah. The road layout. And what did that mean? Can you remember? Can you see all of this is client-centered learning? You're finding out, what does the pupil know? Remember, you'll hear a lot of KUSC, K-U-S-C. Knowledge, understanding, skills, confidence. Which of those is causing the problem? Do they have the knowledge? Do they have the correct understanding? Do they have the skills in what they need to do? Or is it confidence, the vehicles behind pressuring them, or them feeling they weren't making the right decision, even though they were? So by having a lesson and briefing plan folder, it makes you brilliant at client-centered learning. Why? Because the building block, the foundation, is the fact that you know the subject. You understand what to do. And if you'd like to see more of this briefing, then check in on our channel, adionline.co.uk. If you want to see more, then like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is dedicated to the part 3, which is the link underneath, and the web address is on the screen for you now. My name's Chris from Driver Training Limited. We are client-centered trainers.